one of the ways we do calls to action as well is we utilize a program called Avochato. It's a rapid messaging tool. It's an SMS text messaging system. You do have to follow rules for SMSs, like ability to opt in, ability to opt out. There are definitely rules about how to responsibly engage people over the phone or via text, because unfortunately some businesses have been a bit uncouth with it. But what we have found to be really helpful is these mass text messaging blasts can be helpful to reach people quickly. Like urgent placements, like, hey, we have kitties, and you could send, people can reply immediately, because as we all know, a lot of organizations will use email to try to reach their fosters. But I remember hearing that a study had shown that most people tend to check their personal emails on the weekend, which doesn't help you when you're trying to make an urgent placement. But people tend to have their phones in their hand a lot, and a text message is going to pop onto their screen, and they're going to get that notification quicker. I'm going to have Jess come and finish this slide because she's got a lot of hands-on use of these text messaging systems that I would like for her to elaborate on.
Yeah, exactly. And so, really, like Christine said, anything that you want to happen quickly works really well for these mass texting services. So, let's say you have a foster that can take some kittens home, but they live, an hour away from the shelter, and the shelter's closing. So you really need to get those kittens out and to that person's home. Send a text message blast to your volunteers that are willing to transport, who can get to the shelter before 5 o'clock and pick up these kittens and meet the foster parent at whatever location. And so again, like Christine said, yeah, you could do a social media blast. Yeah, you could do an email, but are people going to see that in the time that you need them to respond? Or is it going to be, you, the foster coordinator, are now driving these kittens across town, or you, the foster coordinator, are now taking these neonatals home because you couldn't get anybody else before that deadline, and now you got to leave with these kittens. And so there's a lot of options on the market for mass texting, with lots of different price points. We particularly chose Avochato over other options because we really like a feature that it has called surveys. And so that's something where you could text kittens to our hotline number, and then you're going to get automated messages back from Avochato. So it'll say, oh, hello, I see that you're interested in fostering kittens. Would you like to sign up to become a kitten foster? And then it could send you that link to sign up to become a kitten foster. And it also records the information that the person has given you into your system. So now they have that tag of kitten foster. So the next time you want to go to send a text message to all of your people who are signed up as kitten fosters, that segment has already been created by the program. And so you just have to choose segment of all the people who have signed up to be a kitten foster. You can manually add those tags on people as well. But it's a great thing. Our LA program just has that in their signature line of their email, like, would you like to get updates about kittens and need a foster? Text kittens to this phone number. And then, everybody who has done that is then going to have opted in, be on that list, and then be ready to receive the text message blast. Our programs also include this information in their newsletters. And so, again, are you interested in hearing about opportunities to foster or opportunities to transport animals? Text this keyword to this number and you can get on that list to receive text messages. And so we've really found that useful. It can also, Avochato specifically, can also be used just for regular text messaging. It doesn't have to be some kind of mass campaign. And it also has call capability. So, if you're looking for, kind of an all-in-one package where you can call, have voicemail, text messaging, and mass text messaging, it's something to look into. But again, there's so many different options on the market at different price points. We pay per text message, basically. So we buy a certain number of text messages as opposed to, an annual plan, something like that. So there's so many different options there. And our programs have really found that such a useful tool, again, to just be able to reach out to folks and get everybody moving quickly on the things that you need them to move quickly on. And again, as Christine said, you just want to make sure that you are within legal limits on messaging people. So for the most part, you really do need people to opt in. And so that's again where you provide that phone number to them and give them the call to action that they need to do. And most of these systems are going to have some kind of opt-in system where you just need to make sure you've got the correct language updated in the program. But we'll.
Great, thank you. And then we have a question about Avochato and which plan we have. We have the Pro tier, which allows for 120,000 segments. And you can also purchase additional segments. If you're sending it out and you're like, holy cow, we need more bandwidth, you can make a one-time purchase. I don't specifically know about nonprofit discount. I would recommend that you communicate with them. They're a very great team to work with. But yeah, go ahead and reach out to them and see what they can do for you. It's always no unless you ask, right?